Hello students, and welcome to our summer road trip project. As summer is right around the corner, you begin to plan for some summer road trips across the country. This project will have you plan out your trip and have you find the cost of your journey. This will count as an assessment grade. You will need to start this on your asynchronous day and complete enough of this assignment to finish it with around 30 to 35 minutes of work time during your next in-person day. In this video, I will go through an example problem, and all 5 problems will be able to be solved in the same manner. So if you're getting stuck, go ahead, watch this video a few times, and hopefully that will help you as you work on this during your asynchronous day. For our first problem, you and your family are going to take a road trip to Disneyland theme park. Your family car can travel 112 miles on 4 gallons of gasoline. Disneyland theme park is 1,026 miles away from Stewart Middle School. Calculate the number of gallons of gasoline you will need to make the 1,026-mile trip. So the first thing I want to do is calculate the unit rate of gallons to miles. Since I want the unit rate of gallons to miles, I want to make sure that gallons is on top. So I'm going to put my 4 gallons on top. And then I want my 112 miles on the bottom. In order to calculate my unit rate, I know I want to end up with 1 mile on the bottom of my unit rate. And in order to do that, I will divide my rate by whatever the denominator is. So in this case, it's 112. So I divide both the top and the bottom by 112. Oops. I know 112 divided by 112 would always equal that 1 that I'm looking for on the bottom of my unit rate. The next one, I would have 4 gallons divided by 112. This one would require me to do some long division. I will allow you students to use the long division calculator. So if you're not familiar with it, I'll walk through how we can use that to help us solve this problem. There will be a link of it in today's slideshow. So in the long division calculator, you're able to just plug in your division problem. So that was 112 miles divided by 4 gallons. And hit calculate. We do want to make sure that we are going to 3 decimal places. We'll hit calculate. This will show us the work of the problem. And you will want to put this into the actual assignment. But I'm not going to do that right now to save some time on our video. So I do know that the answer, though, of my problem is 0.035. So the unit rate of gallons to mile is 0.035. And that is my unit rate. So I know every time my car travels 1 mile, it uses 0.035 gallons of gasoline. The next thing I will do is use my unit rate to figure out how many gallons of gasoline it will take me to travel the 1,026 miles. So I will take my unit rate from above, bring it down. I have 0.035 gallons over 1 mile. And I'm trying to figure out how many gallons I will need to go 1,026 miles. In order to get from 1 mile to 1,026 miles, I will multiply by 1,026. And I know this because 1 times any number equals that number. And what I do to the bottom of my rate, I also need to do to the top. 1,026. So this will leave me with the multiplication problem. And I will go ahead and work through that really quickly. I know 5 times 6 is 30, so 0 carry the 3. I know 5 times 2 is 10 plus 3 is 13. I know 5 times 0 is 0 plus 1 is 1. 5 times 1 is just 5. I'm now multiplying by my 10 spot, so I need to put a 0 in my 1 spot, and then I can multiply it by my 10 spot. So 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 1 is 3. Now, I don't actually have to multiply the next one because it's always going to end up as zeros. Because 0 times anything is 0. So at this point, it just turns into a multiplication, or an addition problem. 0 plus 0 is 0. 3 plus 8 is 11. So I'd put a 1, carry another 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 7 is 9. 5 plus 0 is 5. And then 3 plus nothing is just 3. Remember, when I'm doing multiplication with decimals, I have to come back and check how many numbers are behind my decimal. In this case, I have 3, so my decimal point would start here, and I'd make 1, 2, 3 jumps. So I know it would take me 35.91 gallons to travel the 1,026 miles to Disneyland. And the last step of these problems is then we have to use we have to figure out the cost of the gasoline that we are going to use on this trip. So in this problem, the cost of the gasoline is $3. This will change on every problem, so keep a heads up on that. So I can take the number of gallons, that 35.91, and I am going to want to multiply it by 3. I know 3 times 1 is just 3. 3 times 9 is 27, so I'd carry a 2, put a 7 there. 3 times 5 is 15, plus 2 is 17. And I know 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. Remember, my multiplication problem did have a decimal, in this case 2 digits. So I know my decimal point would start here, and I'd make 2 jumps. And my final decimal here would be here. So the cost of the gasoline for the whole trip to Disneyland would be $107.73. Hopefully this video helps you walk through and work out these problems. And remember, I will link the long division calculator into the slideshow. Hopefully you have fun calculating the cost of your summer road trips. And good luck, and we'll continue to work on this in class.